Hi, my name is Nathan Quinn, and I own Quinn's Dog Running. I live here in Worcester, Ohio, and today I'm here to teach you a little bit about running with your dog. I've got my assistant here with me today, my dog Roscoe. We're going to run a little bit, show you some tips on how to run with your dog. I started running about 5 years ago just to get into shape and also to get into a routine. And having a dog is great for establishing a routine because they have to go out several times a day. Before you start running with your dog, there are several things to remember. First of all, you are running with your dog. They don't know that they're going to be running with you, so keep that in mind. Before you start running with your dog, also remember to consult with your vet. You want to make sure that A, they're healthy enough to run, and B, that they are not too old or too young. If they're too young, their growth plates may not have developed and can cause issues later on in life. And if they're too old, you may cause them more harm than good. When running with your dog, keep in mind that if you're just starting out, they need to have the buildup of conditioning just like humans do. So don't do too much all at once at the beginning. Build up gradually using the 10% or 20% rule for increasing mileage. And when you're running with your dog, make sure to have the right equipment. The most important thing that I found is to have a harness to use as opposed to just a collar, because if for some reason when you're running and the dog stops on a dime, you don't want to have that jerk reaction and potentially harm the dog. So having a harness is a lot safer option. Also having a leash that has some give, a little bit of elasticity is nice. Obviously a retractable leash would not be a good option when you're running with your dog because you don't want to let it get too far out in front of you. It's a tripping hazard and it can get wrapped around trees or telephone poles. So you want to have something that's short, like 6 feet or less. And I didn't bring it with me today, but another option is a hands-free waist belt that you can actually clip the leash right into. That way, if your dog is running right next to you, it's a nice hands-free option.
Yep.
If you're running at night, make sure to have proper reflectivity on your harness. You can also have flashing beacons, either on your dog or on yourself. Running with proper reflective materials for your dog is important for their safety and for your safety. Another thing to consider when going out for a run is the temperature outside. So if you're running in the summertime, remember that the pavement and the sidewalks get extremely hot, and if too hot can damage the dog's foot pads, which is not good. And for me, I tend to cut off a run if it's anywhere 90 and above. If you're doing that, make sure to take lots of water for your dog, either a flask that they can drink out of or a collapsible water bowl that you can fill. Always remember that hydration is very important because dogs don't sweat like we do. Another thing to consider when running with your dog is training and commands. So I'm not a trainer per se, but what I've found works for me is to use let's go or come on or something along those lines that the dog will know. And once they understand what you're trying to get them to do, make sure that you give them plenty of positive reinforcement with treats and love and affection to drive that point home.
Good boy, let's go.
The last thing to remember is that your dog wants to be with you. They want to go outside and they want to run with you. So have fun and just get out and enjoy. I'm Nathan. This is Roscoe. The company is Quinn's Dog Running. Website is quinnsdogrunning.com. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Or if you would like to run with me with your dog, I'd love to do that too. Thanks for listening and have a great day.